If you ever felt like you could possibly shoot yourself in the dick appendix carrying, then this gun is definitely not going to be for you. You should not really get a P320 M17, man. The thing it's a cool gun, it's very modular, but for everyday carry, I think it is a bad idea. When the Army adopted the gun back in 2017, someone basically did a drop safe test. His name is Legally Armed America. And he basically kind of proves that the P320 M17 specifically is not drop safe. So let's go ahead and check this out.
As I possibly can. I want to take the ammo and the magazine and the follower completely out of the equation, so we can't blame it on something like that. Okay, folks, here we go with the SIG P320.
So basically, I kind of brought it up in the middle. He's explaining that he's going to load it up with 3 bullets. He's going to fire the first bullet. He's going to hammer the second bullet and see if it fires. And then the third bullet is just to see if there's a feeding issue in the magazine after it does fire, if it does fire. So that's basically where we're at, and he's going to go ahead and try it out. Let's go.
I've got my 3 rounds. I'm going to put those in, charge the slide. I'm going to shoot the first round. Okay, that first round is done. Okay, now I know my second round, my test round.
I like how he just like shoots it straight into the ground, just no cares at all. He's like, well, yep, first round is out. Yeah, no, I like this guy. But anyways, let's do it.
Is in there. I'm going to try to provide the impact right on the back side of this thing, just like the video did, so that we can see if we can make this thing fire. And I'm keeping the trigger guard resting on the table so that I can give it at least more force, and I'm not absorbing it by just trying to hold it in my hand. So let's see here.
I'm scared for this gun, bro.
And hit it with the plastic end. Maybe the rubber end's a little too soft.
Imagine military personnel having to use
at this particular angle. I had a hunch that maybe the gun wasn't receiving the full amount of the force because it was bouncing off the table. So I decided to reposition the gun more on the front of the trigger guard.
Okay, that made it fire. Okay,
on the first reposition, the gun fires. Do you see what I mean, guys? Do you see where I'm putting down? Are you picking up where I'm laying down? The P320 SIG is just not reliable, and I feel like the company just does not care. No hatred to, let me take that back. I feel like the company did not manufacture this gun properly enough to be a striker fire gun. Let's continue.
Let me see if I can do that again, just out of curiosity. It took me several times to do it. Okay, guys.
Right before we continue, my opinion is that a good striker fire gun has a trigger safety, because then that physically stops certain things from happening. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's continue.
This was kind of interesting here. I finally got, as you could see, after several times of wrapping the pistol, originally I had it sitting on the edge of the table like this, and when I finally put it face down like this, and just had the full trigger guard really holding on and not allowing me to rock back and forth and absorb some of the tension on it. See, I beat this hammer up pretty good wrapping on it. I used the plastic end, and when I hit down at it at about this angle, pretty close to the angle I see it dropping on. Actually, I expected that.
Let's see if he does it again. I mean, he can talk, but we can decipher this for ourselves, you know what I mean?
Will not allow the slide to come back. So the spent casing was still in the chamber, which is why this third round never made it into the chamber. So I just got to remember that whenever I do it, when I do hit it, that there's going to be the spent casing is going to most likely remain in there, because I'm not pulling the hammer away as fast as I'm bringing it down. It's kind of, I guess, following through, if you will.
Okay, so what he's explaining is that every time he fires, every time it misfires, it quote unquote drop safe fails, the hammer is whacking down. So when the slide is supposed to fly back to reciprocate that shell out and put the new bullet in, that's not happening, because like he said, he's following through and he's not fast enough to react. So basically every time it misfires, there'll be a shell stuck in the gun. But that makes no difference either way, because the gun misfires when it drops. You know what I mean? So in the real world, when it misfires, you'll get shot in the toe and it'll reload. So, you know, don't worry about that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good.
So anyway, that's kind of because I was sitting here beating on it trying to get that third shot to do it again, and I couldn't. So
Gotcha.
We're going to hit this one more time in that same angle just to make sure before we move on to these other pistols and
Let's
see.
do it. That was a bad hit. He hit the... Oh, okay. Where you go? Where you going there, bud? All right, let's go.
I got...
All right, you know what? GG's. Yeah, toss this gun in the trash, guys. I don't know, man. Take it to, you know, buy the gun and take it to the range and never put that shit close to your dick. You understand me? Never. It's not worth it. It's pretty-ish, you know? I'm happy with a Glock personally or anything else. But that P320 ain't it. It's not it. It's not it.
Got it that time. Straight down.
It's not
with
it.
the rubber in this time. Okay, I'm gonna have to give these other guys, out of fairness to SIG, I'm tearing this gun up. Out of fairness to SIG, you see that one didn't come out either. It's because my hammer is stopping it. Again, out of fairness to SIG, I'm going to have to wrap these other guys quite a few times.
All right, well, that's basically the first video. Spoiler alert, all the other guns that he compares do not fire on impact because most of them have trigger safeties like the Glock, and I think he does the M&P. So we're going to go over to another YouTuber who is, you know, very popular. His name is Honest Outlaw, and he basically has the best take you can have about this gun. Let's go ahead and check it out.
The M&P is more reliable. See where I'm going with this? Overall, with all the 1,000 round reviews we've done, or 2,000 round reviews, I've had at least 1 to 2 malfunctions with every single SIG that I've had on the channel. The SIG 320, I should say. And now, before you guys say I just hate SIG, you're absolutely wrong. The 226, the 229, and the P210 were all perfectly reliable on my channel, and I love those guns exactly for that. Sadly, the 320 is just not a 226, even though it wants to be. I just don't trust it near as much as I trust something like my M&P Shield or my Glock 19 or many of the guns that have proven to me over the years that they're going to work time and time again with.
See, and that's the key. We want to trust our guns. It's fine to have a cool gun, but any gun that I'm buying is mainly going to be for home defense, self-protection, anything like that. I do not want something that's going to misfire. You know what I mean? I need something that will be reliable every single time. And I think that's where he's going with that. He's basically articulating it perfectly, that for the price tag and for the function, there are better options than the P320. Just because the Army adopted it does not mean that civilians should be using it also. All right? That's all I'll say with that.
Different ammunition types. The last thing that I want to talk about that I really don't like is going to be the drop safe issues. And I didn't want to add that on this list because those are questionable and those are sometimes blown out of proportion, sometimes not. There's agencies that have said they've had drop safe issues, and there's also people that have come out and said that those are fake and that you were using poor gun handling skills. I have seen these guns replicate those issues in YouTube videos where people have dropped them and they have fired.
Yep.
I don't know where
Yeah, we just came from one. I mean, as unlikely as you say it is to happen, it can happen. Do you really want that next to your crotch? Just saying.
Sit on it, but I can tell you where I sit on a Glock. Glocks don't have drop safe issues. I can tell you where I sit on a CZP-10. They don't have drop safe issues. A Walther PDP doesn't have drop safe issues. I don't have to be lukewarm about those guns. I can trust those guns aren't going to shoot me in the dick when I'm wearing it on an appendix carry rig. I can trust if I accidentally drop one of those guns someday, you don't want to do that, of course, but if you did do it, I can trust they're not going to ventilate my big toe or shoot me in the ass.
Exactly, that is the point. And that is what you should be focusing on when you get a gun. You don't get shot in the ass, you don't get shot in the dick, and you use it for what you're intending it to be used for. All the other shit, ugly, pretty, all that shit, it doesn't matter. That's why the High Point is such a hidden gem, y'all. Guess what? It works. It just works. And that's what we're going for.
correct, right? I don't want to have to consider whether or not my gun's going to go off when I drop the damn thing. And one of the things that makes me uncertain about that is the fact that this is a striker-fired gun without a trigger safety. Now, a lot of people say you don't need one. A lot of people say you do. I'm not an engineer. I don't work at SIG. Now, the SIG P320 has been used in a lot of different areas, a lot of different militaries, a lot of different law enforcement agencies, and if they were having drop safe issues all the time, you would definitely know it. So,
all right, so basically what he's saying, he's not trying to bash SIG, which I'm not either. I just don't think it's the best design. You know, agencies are using it now. Ever since 2017, I believe, they won the Army, you know, contract. They beat Glock. And I honestly was excited for it until I heard about all the drop safety issues, and also I had realized that there was no trigger safety. That's kind of a turnoff. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Put it down in the comments what you guys think. Do you have one? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did you sell it after you found out about the news? Did you shoot yourself in the dick? Let me know. Let's share this. And also go to my my Instagram. It's called AG Tactical. Just type in @AG Tactical. You'll find me. Also, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to our 200 subscriber goal for this month. And, you know, keep it pushing, guys. I appreciate you. Peace out.